Dream Story. The light in the old castle. Hold your teddy close, snuggle under your blanket, and listen to Dream Stories by Lichtkind. At the edge of a dark ancient forest stood a castle everyone knew, but no one dared to enter. Its tall towers were covered in ivy, the windows dull with dust. The old gate stood ajar, as if it had waited for centuries for someone brave enough to come inside. In the village, people whispered stories. That the castle was cursed, that shadows lived there, whispering in the night. And yet, Mira often looked at it, when she picked flowers during the day or gazed at the stars at night. Something in her heart whispered, this castle is not empty. One quiet evening, when the moon was round and bright above the trees, Mira saw a light. Very soft, flickering behind a high tower window. Her heart skipped a beat. No one had ever seen light there before. Curious, and a little afraid, she followed the path into the forest. Branches cracked, an owl called in the distance, but the light called louder. When she reached the gate, it creaked open, without her touching it. Inside it was cold and silent. The air smelled of old wood and dry leaves. Every step echoed heavily. Portraits on the walls seemed to follow her with their eyes. The stairs creaked beneath her feet. And somewhere, very faint, she heard voices, as if the castle itself was speaking. Still, she walked on, her eyes fixed on that silver glow. She felt it was calling her. At the top of the tower, she found a chamber bathed in strange light, and in that glow stood a boy. He seemed made of light, his eyes shining like stars, but around him twisted shadows that held him captive. Who are you? Mira whispered, her voice trembling but her feet steady. The boy smiled sadly. I am the one trapped here. Many years ago, a curse fell upon this castle. Since then, everything around me has been darkness. Only someone unafraid of the shadows can bring back the light. Mira looked around. The walls breathed darkness, the windows sealed with black mist. Her heart pounded, but she felt a warmth deep inside. I may be afraid, she whispered, but I will let my heart be stronger than my fear. She stepped forward. The shadows hissed, trying to stop her, but she reached out her hand to the boy of light. And then, the miracle happened. A wave of warmth burst through the walls. The shadows dissolved like smoke in the wind, the castle filled with moonlight and soft colors. The windows sparkled, the halls breathed again. The boy looked at her, his eyes full of gratitude. You have freed me, not with strength, but with courage and love. Together they stood at the tower window. The forest below lay still, but no longer threatening, only calm, bathed in starlight. And deep inside, Mira knew this castle would never be dark again. Here, a light would always shine to remind her of courage and of love stronger than any shadow. You are safe, little star. Dream sweetly until the next Dream Stories by Lichtkind.